mostani nemzetközi politikában. Például az, hogy ezen a héten csütörtökön mi Washingtonban fogunk találkozni az Egyesült Államok elnökével, ez 2 héttel ezelőtt még nem volt benne a naptárban. Csak azt akarom mondani, hogy úgy zajlanak az események, olyan a nemzetközi politikának a sodrása, hogy itt 3-4 nap alatt történhetnek jelentős változások. Például a Sharm el-Sheikh-ben, amikor összehívták a béketanács megalakulásához vezető első nagy tanácskozást, azt is 2 vagy 3 nappal korábban lehetett csak biztosra venni. Tehát a nemzetközi politikában ma nem a hosszú távú tervezés, hanem a gyors reagálás az igazi erény. És az amerikaiak ebben nagyon jók, ebben a gyors reagálásban. Úgyhogy az, hogy most nem tudunk semmi biztosat, nem jelenti azt, hogy nem fog megtörténni. Sőt, lehet, hogy pont az ellenkezőt jelenti. Minél kevésbé tudunk az biztosan, annál valószínűbb, hogy megtörténik. Ezt se zárjuk ki. Hát így állunk.
Köszönöm. Az utolsó kérdést a Reutersnek adom.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. Good to see you, Mr. Prime Minister. Two questions, Mr. Secretary. Iran is pursuing a nuclear agreement with the U.S. that it says would deliver economic benefits for both sides. Is that acceptable for the U.S., even if it doesn't cover Tehran's ballistic missile program? Recently, a U.S. immigration judge has ruled that there were no grounds to deport Tufts University student who wrote an op-ed on Gaza. A second judge said using deportation as a threat violated the First Amendment rights of people like her, because those rights apply to foreigners. What is your response to that? And Mr. Prime Minister, I just wanted to follow up on the China angle. Secretary just spoke about balancing relationships. You've been pushing a lot for more Chinese investments in Hungary. How will you make sure that that does not create a problem in your relationship with Washington? Thank you.
Yeah, on the 2 questions you asked, first of all, on the particular case of the student, look, my job at the State Department is if I identify someone who I believe is present, someone who's a visitor, a guest to the United States, and we identify that their presence in our country poses a threat to our foreign policy, to our national security, we're gonna take that person's visa away. We're gonna take their visa away. That's what we're gonna do. We've done that in a lot of cases over the last year. We've done it. Fact is that, visas are not a right. I've said this repeatedly. I don't know why it's so hard for some to comprehend it, so let me repeat it again. A visa, no one's entitled to a visa. There is no constitutional right to a visa. Okay, a visa is a permission to enter our country as a visitor. If you enter our country as a visitor, and as a visitor in our country, be it a student, a tourist, a journalist, whatever you want to be, and you undertake activities that are against the national interest, the national security of the United States, we will take away your visa. In fact, if we knew you were going to do it, we probably wouldn't have given you your visa. That's what we do. The decision to remove someone from our country after we take away our visa, that belongs to other agencies of our government. As far as judges are concerned, judges, that's a different branch of government. They're not going to tell us how to conduct the foreign policy of the United States. If they have an issue with the process by which someone was removed, then obviously that's an issue for other agencies in our government that are involved in enforcing that. All I can opine to you on is taking away someone's visas. And no judge is going to tell the executive branch how to conduct foreign policy, because that's not up to judges, that's up to the executive branch. On your first question about Iran, look, doing a deal with Iran is not easy. I said it yesterday, I'll repeat it again today. I mean, we have to understand that Iran ultimately is governed, and its decisions are governed by Shia clerics, radical Shia clerics, okay? These people make policy decisions on the basis of pure theology. That's how they make their decisions. So it's hard to do a deal with Iran. We've always said it's hard, but we're going to try. That's what the president is trying. I'm not going to prejudge those talks. I'm certainly not going to negotiate with Iran here in front of the press and on the stage. Our negotiators are on their way there now. They'll have meetings. We'll see what happens. We're hopeful there's a deal. The president always prefers peaceful outcomes and negotiated outcomes to things. He's a president that's shown his willingness to talk to anyone and meet with anyone. And I think if there's an opportunity here to diplomatically reach an agreement that addresses the things we're concerned about, we will be very open and welcoming to that. But I don't want to overstate it either. It's going to be hard. I mean, we're dealing, it's been very difficult for anyone to do real deals with Iran because we're dealing with radical Shia clerics who are making theological decisions, not geopolitical ones. But let's see what happens. I hope it works out. We all hope it works out.
Válaszolhatok magyarul, ugye? May I answer in Hungarian? Okay.